The next day, Bokuto's POV. After saying goodbye to my friends, I remain alone, sitting on my bed, staring out the window. I hear someone open the door of my room, and I immediately turn in that direction. Dad, what are you doing here? Hi son, can't I come and visit you? My father's voice gives me goosebumps, and I remain silent, so as not to immediately worsen the situation. You can, but it's strange to see you outside your palace. Well, when a father needs to have an important speech with his son, he is forced to go out of his comfort zone. I roll my eyes and my father sits on the edge of the bed, staring at me with his golden eyes. Son, you know that time is coming. And the fact that you ran away from home for not having to fulfill your vampire duties doesn't change your destiny. Dad, I don't want to. You must, Kotaro, it's your destiny as a noble. I've already found female vampires that are perfect for you and your future family. Dad, what is it? You know I don't want to hear excuses. And I don't even want you to get engaged to a human. It's wrong, they can kill us. I remain silent and lower my head, while I play nervously with my hands. How do I tell him that I fell in love with a human, who is also a boy? When the holidays come, I'd like you to come home to meet those girls. No, I won't come, Dad. I want to stay here with my friends. No, Kotaro, you're always staying with your friends. But Dad, I don't care. You'll come home and you'll get married to one of those girls as soon as possible. Those words close the conversation between my father and me, and he, after glaring at me for the millionth time, leaves my room and disappears from that place. At that moment, I remind of KG and what we spent the afternoon before, and tears begin to fall down my cheeks, forcing me to take refuge under the blankets and curl up, still thinking of my father's hard and cold expression. A few hours later. Guys, didn't Ko come to class? I hear Tobio talking in the living room, and shortly after I hear someone knock on my bedroom door. I still remain under my blankets while the other 4 vampires enter without my permission. Ko, what's going on? I moan something, staying hidden under the blankets. Hey, Ko, we're worried. Tell us what's going on. I uncover my face, then looking at my friends. Ko, why are you sad? Wait a minute, Ko, don't tell me your father really came to see you. Your father, Tobio, Hajime, and Kei open their mouths as they stare at me and Tetsuro. I still remain silent, and my best friend understands, putting a hand on my shoulder. Ko, why don't you tell us about it? We want to help you. I sigh and sit on the bed, making the other vampires sit too. Guys, it's always the same story. He wants me to find a girl like us to marry, to build a family with, and carry on the lineage. But there's Akashi, isn't it? I nod and close my eyes before continuing to speak. My father doesn't know that I like boys, and if he finds out, he would take everything away from me. And if he finds out that I like a boy and that he's human, he would kill me with his own hands. He has to accept it sooner or later. Ko. You can't live hiding from your father. You're right, Kei, but I don't want KG involved in all of this. He's too important to me. But I don't know what to do to protect him from my father. After a moment of silence, in which we exchanged only glances, Tetsuro speaks again. Ko, you should talk to Akashi about it. I whirl around to him and my eyes go wide. No, don't tell him anything, please. Neither to him nor to his friends. I ask only this. But Ko, we have to face this thing. No, Haji, I have to solve this with my father. But you have to tell him, both him and your mother. Maybe introduce them to Akashi right away. They could change their mind. This time I shift my gaze to the 2 second-year boys and I realize one thing. Maybe they're right, but what are KG and I? Are you coming to class now, or you want to stay here? If you don't mind, I'd like to stay here for a couple of days. I see the others nod and then pat me on the back. Bro, if you need help, call us, you know we're here for you. I smile and hug them, even if it's something I almost never do, but since the 4 of them are under my protective wing, maybe I should show them how much I love them. 2 days later. Kenma's POV. In these 2 days in which Bokuto didn't take part in the lessons, KG is more nervous than ever. Every now and then, Toru and I try to free his mind from that boy, but it's all in vain. KG, calm down please, we can't see you like this. Don't you have his number or a way to contact him? KG shakes his head, then he rests it on my shoulder. I mess his hair, making him pout, just before he talks to me. Kenma, can you ask Kuroo if he has any news from Bokuto? He speaks in a very low voice, as if he only wants me to hear. At Kuroo's name, I gulp nervously, but I nod only because KG is in a bad shape. As soon as I see Atsumu approaching, with Sakusa and 2 other boys, I decide to go in search of the Raven, leaving KG in Toru's hands. I'm in the back garden of the college, because one of my classmates told me he saw Kuroo there, but I only see a hooded boy, sitting under a tree, while he is studying. Kuroo raises his head and lowers his sunglasses slightly, then takes them off when he recognizes me. Hello, kitten. What brings you here? I sit next to him and Kuroo immediately takes the book out of the way, hiding it from my view. I told you not to call me kitten. I'm not one of your girlfriends. Kuroo moves his gaze to avoid mine and puts his sunglasses back on. Stop ignoring me, Kuroo. You're ignoring me. I've been trying to get close to you for days, but you run away or pretend to be on the phone. Do you think I haven't noticed? I look down after Kuroo's harsh and angry tone and, shortly after, I feel his strong arms wrap around my shoulders and then the boy's head on my shoulder. Neither of us speaks, so I decide to return his embrace, even if my strength isn't comparable to his. I'm sorry for what I said last time, and I'm sorry if I behave badly towards you. Are you referring to the girls? To them too, yes. It's just that I'm afraid of falling in love again and hurting the other person. Fall in love? With me? And why, again? Kuroo remains silent again, having quickly dissolved the embrace we were in. Yeah, I was dating one of my group, but we broke up because I was acting like a dickhead. That part of you hasn't changed. I chuckle while Tetsuro glares at me. But Kuroo, don't be afraid of this, at least not with me. Really? I nod, thinking back to the fact that Kuroo has fallen in love with someone. Am I jealous? By the way, how is Bokuto? We haven't seen him for a couple of days and Akashi is so worried that he's not eating. Oh, Bokuto isn't physically well and he preferred to rest in bed rather than come to class. And, if you want, you can give this to Akashi. Kuroo takes a small piece of paper from his book, grabs a pen and writes something, then gives it to me. It's Bokuto's number, maybe Akashi can talk to him directly. Oh, thanks Kuroo. I'm going now, see you in class. I speak quickly and with the same speed I get up and turn my back to him, intent on leaving. But Kuroo is faster than me and he grabs my hand, forcing me to turn around, and he hugs me again. I'm sorry, again. I hug him again, even though shyness tells me not to. Unconsciously I rest my head on his chest and I feel that his heart is beating very hard, so I rub my hand on his back, trying to calm him down somehow. Stop apologizing, it's okay. I release my embrace and walk away after greeting him with my hand. From distance, I see that he's smiling and, consequently, I smile too. Akashi's POV. I haven't seen Bokuto for days and the more I think about him, the more I feel a pain in my chest that prevents me from breathing. Kenma went to talk to Kuroo, but almost an hour and a half has passed and the pudding head hasn't returned yet nor has written to me. KG, don't worry, you'll see that, in the end, it will be nothing. I think Kenma had to get things right with Kuroo, that's why he's running late. My friends just talk and reassure me, but I can't think of anything but Bokuto. KG, you should get me a statue of gold. The pudding head pokes out over my shoulder, making me jump. And for what reason? I ask, while Kenma waves a small piece of paper in front of my eyes, making me raise an eyebrow. When he hands me the piece of paper, I notice that a telephone number is written on it. Kuroo told me to give you Bokuto's number, so you can talk to him directly. Since we are tired of being your mediators, this could be your chance to tell him you like him. Upon hearing Atsumu's voice, my eyes widen, while my cheeks turn red. Just as you like Sakusa. Toru hums, while Shoyo giggles, and both receive a dirty look from Atsumu. And you like Iwaizumi and Kageyama, MH. But Iwa-chan already knows, we just prefer to wait. I don't like Kags. Oi, stop it. My ears hurt. Satori slams his hands on the table, making us all shut up, while Rentaro giggles behind his back, covering his mouth with one hand. Here are the wolf and the fox. And here's the pain in the ass. Toru and Rentaro give each other a deadly look, while Koshi stands up, placing himself between the two boys. Guys, that's enough. We need to help KG with his, too obvious, crush on Bokuto. What? No. There are moments of silence before hearing a voice unknown to us. My ears heard Bokuto's name. name. We all turn in the direction of a boy shorter than Shoyo, with his hair up and a tuft of hair colored blonde. The boy stares at us for a few seconds before starting to giggle. Noya? Kenma turns in Shoyo's direction, not understanding the situation. Noya turns to Shoyo and greets him with his hand, while with his eyes he squares us from head to toe, stopping above all on me. You see, it was easier than expected. Do you know Bokuto? Wait, I don't know him personally, but I know someone who knows him and who could help you. We all look at him questioningly and he looks around, then he signals to two boys, one with olive green hair and the other with ash blonde hair with dark tips. The other two boys in turn give him a nod and both move away, returning a few minutes later flanked by Sakusa. Oh no. My eyes quickly move to the distant figure of Sakusa, who is talking to the other two guys. And I can sense that he is smiling meanly under his mask. In the meantime, Noya has left the table and I take advantage of that moment of peace with my friends. Guys, here it's not bad, it's very bad. My friends seem not to understand the meaning of my sentence, because they look at me with their heads tilted to the side. And maybe it's better if they don't know anything. Should I write to Kotaro or should I leave it alone and see what happens?